As part of Cosmic Ascension Astrology, we must talk about the karmic lessons for each astrological house. It's only when we understand and learn from the karmic lessons in our chart can we really understand what it means to ascend spiritually. Don't get me wrong, it's possible to ascend these energies without this knowledge, but I've found this knowledge makes things a lot easier. It's important to note, it's most impactful for one to understand all the karmic lessons in their chart. This includes the sign, house, and planetary placements. In this video, we will be discussing only the houses. However, I've already made a video on the signs and plan on making another video on the planets so you can bring it all together. Let's start with the first house. As you may have seen from the Houses in Astrology video and the Cosmic Ascension Astrology Basics playlist, the first house is the house of self, ego, first impressions, temperament, physical appearance, and beginnings. The karmic lessons in the first house are to learn to fully inhabit the self, develop authenticity without defensiveness, release inherited identities and step into chosen identity, and to understand that I am is a sacred declaration, not a mask. The soul work involved here is to claim the right to exist as oneself. Next is the second house, the house of possessions, property, self-worth, finances, and values. The karmic lessons in the second house are to learn to build self-worth, independent of material security, learn to receive, not just survive, to release scarcity patterns, and to align possessions with values, not fear. The soul work involved with this house is to transform survival consciousness into abundance consciousness. On to the third house, the house of communication, learning, mental inclination, transportation, local travel, and siblings. The karmic lessons in the third house are to rewire mental patterns from childhood, learn to speak truth without distortion, develop curiosity without anxiety, release comparison and sibling karma. The soul work involved with this house is to use the mind as a tool for clarity, not self-doubt. Next is the fourth house, the house of home, roots, ancestry, the mother, comfort, happiness, and emotional security. The karmic lessons in the fourth house are to heal generational wounds, break family patterns of emotional suppression or chaos, learn to nurture oneself, and to release the need to carry the family's unresolved story. The soul work involved with this house is to become the ancestor who ends the cycle. Okay, on to the fifth house, the house of creativity, romance, hobbies and pastimes, and children. The karmic lessons of the fifth house are to reclaim play, spontaneity, and self-expression, heal wounds around being seen or celebrated, release fear of judgment, and to learn to create without needing approval. The soul work involved with this house is to let the inner child lead with joy, not fear. Next is the sixth house, the house of health, daily routines, jobs, caretaking, known enemies, and pets. The karmic lessons in the sixth house are to learn humility without self-erasure, develop routines that support the soul, not punish the body, release martyrdom and overwork, and to transform self-criticism into self-improvement. The soul work involved with this house is to learn that sacred service begins with sacred self-care. On to the seventh house, the house of relationships, partnerships, contracts, and the spouse. The karmic lessons in the seventh house are to learn balance between self and partnership, release codependency and projection, choose partners consciously, not karmically, and to understand that relationships reflect inner patterns. The soul work involved with this house is to learn to see the self clearly through the mirror of the other. Next is the eighth house, the house of transformation, joint partnerships, the occult, and secrets. The karmic lessons in the eighth house are to heal trauma around intimacy, trust, and vulnerability, release fear of loss, betrayal, and abandonment, learn to share power rather than control, and to transmute the shadow into wisdom. The soul work involved with this house is to die to the old self so the true self can emerge. Over to the ninth house, the house of philosophy, adult learning, and long-distance travel. The karmic lessons in the ninth house are to release dogma and inherited belief systems, learn to seek truth through experience, balance freedom with responsibility, and to integrate spiritual knowledge into daily life. The soul work involved with this house is to become a seeker who eventually becomes the teacher. Next is the 10th house, the house of career, reputation, and legacy. The karmic lessons in the 10th house are to release fear of visibility or failure, learn to build a life aligned with soul purpose, heal authority wounds from parents, bosses, institutions, etc., and to understand that legacy is built through integrity, not ambition. The soul work involved with this house is a step into one's rightful place in the world. Okay, on to the 11th house, the house of friends, acquaintances, activism, social groups, clubs, and gains. The karmic lessons in the 11th house are to learn to belong without losing individuality, release outsider syndrome, build community aligned with values, and to use gifts to uplift the collective, not escape it. The soul work involved with this house is to become a bridge between the personal and the universal. Lastly is the 12th house, the house of spiritualism, dreams, unknown enemies, loss, and endings. The karmic lessons in the 12th house are to release past life residue and hidden fears, learn surrender without victimhood, develop spiritual boundaries, and to transform isolation into interconnection. The soul work involved with this house is to close karmic cycles. I want to thank you for watching this video and hope you found it beneficial. Please like, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications to get more videos like this. If you're interested in this subject, I recommend watching the other videos in the Cosmic Ascension Astrology Basics playlist on my YouTube channel. Additionally, if you're interested in true sidereal astrology, I also recommend you visit Ethan Chimenti's website at masteringthezodiac.com, link in the description. I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.